Ndare.
Yes, Ndadil, how are you and all the foreigners? We can't hear you well, Ndadil.
Okay, I know. I'm saying I'm handing over to you, Ndade, to take us through the meeting today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, all of our co-owners, and very excited to actually. Today it's going to be just a very brief presentation, not per se, but we thought it's very important as we have the Weownomy distribution that goes out to all of you guys. I've not had any slides to prepare, but we have one of the professional traders who will guide you. So what is going to happen is that all of you guys will actually receive your Weownomy, and again, you have to actually know how you will participate in the markets, and will guide you how best to cash out, and very importantly, you will also be able to know, for those who also want to participate in the competition, but it's very important for initially people who want to know how to cash out, they will be in that position. So the company is going to put in some little bits of liquidity to increase the coin up to 50 cents to just allow you guys to participate. So our goal is to make sure we have more than 56,000 people within a week to participate in the cash out process. But it's very important that our people do understand how the markets work and know how best to benefit from the market, how you can actually position your Weownomy, the market order, limit order, to know exactly at this amount, at 50 cents, I should be able to cash out. So you can just be able to do that. So you will have some bit of understanding how that will be done for your benefit. And very important, we have also educated you things like staking and all that. But our main goal with our Zoom today is just to really make sure that all of you guys who have been very interested know how can we have a Weownomy and cash out. So this is going to be opportunity. We're starting with 28,000, but within a week, it's going to be very easy for you all to have 56,000 people to have their Weownomy. So we want you to really understand that now the market is your ATM machine, where you guys will be able to know that I'm getting paid and you can handle it on your own. So what we're doing is, one, you should have a token address, get your Weownomy there. Two, we know most of the people I've just seen in the group, they don't even understand. We're not handing you real money. The money has to be converted from Weownomy, and then to really make sure that you get it in, is it an altcoin trader? Then it can go into your bank account or something like that. So you need to know how the whole process will work, and then you should benefit. So that's very, very important for you. So today's presentation, I don't have slides. My normal slides are always during the Sundays, but it's very important for you to know that today it's just a brief kind of, communication to congratulate the first 28,000 people who will be receiving their Weownomy in their respective capacities, Class D, Class C, Class B, Class A are not participating in this because they actually received their first payout, 3,000 Weownomy. and they will participate in the second stage. So it's mainly Class D, Class C, and Class B who will be participating, okay? And the participation is, you are going to receive your Williams with the token address. You are going in the market, and you will be shown how to cash out in the market. So that is the most important thing. And as you cash out, that is your first experience of your payment from Weownomy, and it will now rest all those doubts that many people really had thought. So the way this whole process is, I talked to the Delta Belly, and we realized it will be very important to not burden the IT team to actually post notifications, but they should just post that we have actually deposited on your address the Weowns, so that you can move directly in the market. And how you behave in the market, we have a professional trader. We have quite many, but this is one of them, who will explain to you at what time it will be good to cash out and how the market behaves. And so that's very important. And then we can correlate any information from these professional traders to communicate in the groups that, hey, go ahead and do the cash out. But the very first thing is that you have received. So currently, as we speak, I'll be, Dadel Tebeli, if you can assist me to unlock, I wanted to just share the La Token page so that all people can be able to see what I wanted to show them just a little bit in that regard. It's very important that anything you're going to be, you have learned the discipline that we have with Weownomy, and the discipline that when we're building the wealth, it's very, very important you understand. So currently, our coin sits at around 18 cents. There's been quite a huge volatility in the market. And we have a very strong community, which is really participating. And this is a very good time for those ones who are interested in participating, and they've really done so well. And as you see, the coin keeps on moving 18, 19, 20. But as I told you, there will be an injection to make sure that the coin is positioned at 50 cents for you guys who are getting paid. And it will also increase, because as we get all of you guys, and then there's also very important why we need the professional traders. Why do we need the Weownomy Crypto Academy? There's a gentleman called Yusuf from the Billionaires Group. There are very many important. So it's very important that we train all of our members to understand indeed how the coin or how the crypto market works, because that's very important. Because apart from cashing out, you also need to understand how the market works. When do you make more profits, and how should you behave, and how do you target the profits that you need to make? So at the moment, we're at 19 cents. We're moving at 50 cents shortly. And then now from there, it's just going to be good news for you guys. And you've been talking of payouts, the timing, the blessing, and what you want to become, and what you're going to be as these payouts go out in form of your Weowns. This is your own new currency. The currency of kindness now begins to show you what it can do. And that's why we have prepared to make sure that as those Weowns go into your token address, you are going to be very happy. You're going to be very joyful to understand that for the first time, you're not just dealing with the briefcase company, you're dealing with a global company which knows what it does. So now the most important thing again, in addition to that, the Weownomy chart app is getting finalized in March. We're going to have it on the Apple stores. I did talk about it, and our beta testers will have their final testing of it. We are now fine-tuning it with our IT team and the global, developers to really make sure that this thing comes out. And if that goes through, it's just going to change the whole concept of the Weowns and the whole Weown ecosystem. So it will increase more opportunities. So number one, as you have been yearning so much for the payouts, please remember the discipline of being a millionaire. You have to behave in the way that really shows that you understand how the currency of kindness works. So there is also an opportunity for people who want to also participate in the competition. Okay, so in the competition, you can actually be in the position to also participate, and you can see there's quite a number of rewards, even though those rewards are starting from 5,000 Weowns and above. But again, if you want to join in, you can easily participate. So that is also very important going forward. So it will be good if you want to get more Weowns to also jump in the competition. So that is going to be something very interesting, and it can also make you earn a little bit more from what you would have wanted. So it's something critically important for you to also consider. But those ones, we are now talking of those ones specifically who want to cash out. That is it. You want to cash out, and that is very clearly today. We want to show you how best to do so when you get your Weowns, how you can do it, so that most of the people in the groups are saying, I don't know how to trade. Please, you joined a disruptive company and you need to learn everything. And that's the purpose of our our Zoom meeting today, is just to educate people how they will cash out. That is the most important thing. And I don't have a lot of slides out there to really show you, but what I need is we're going to shortly have a professional trader who's going to make it easier for you. The whole focus is how you guys are going to understand, because I see quite a lot of tensions in the group when the coin goes up and down. They need to understand that now you have joined a crypto market business approach of how it works. You need to understand how it is, and you need to have the information that even when the coin goes down, it will go up, and how you can time it. When it goes down, it's time for you to buy up, so that when it goes up, you also have a great deal. Instead of just fritting and saying, oh, it's going down, it's going to zero. And the people who make money as the coin goes down, and they still make money as the coin goes up. So you need to know all of these factors. It's very important. So congratulations to the very first 28,000. You will shortly be able to see the confirmations, not actually directly on the token address. And I think starting from tomorrow, as the team does everything to distribute, and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you'll start to see your Weowns cash out process go very successful. And that's what we want. We want you guys to be very successful. But remember, buying and selling is critical. And how you do it is how you're going to be trained today. So you don't just cash out and run away, because that is the discipline. If you don't follow what we told you, you will miss out in your second payouts. We want you to be disciplined, to follow, so that you know what I'm required to do now builds my opportunity to cash out next month. But if you fail and you do it indiscriminately, then you're out. Then we will only go with those ones who are disciplined. So please, I just know that this is critical for you. We are happy for you. and successful as you get through all this. And we want you to remember that a journey that builds your wealth is not one day. We're doing it step by step. We get something small. As we launch Weownomy Chat, it's just going to be very successful, and we go on big. And so as I hand over to the next speaker, who's just going to explain to you, and I hope you'll make it much more easier, not more technical, for people to understand how the cash out process will be and how everyone will benefit from this to be very successful. We don't want to hear stories that you did not cash out. You have to have your wheels. Then you need to know how to cash out. And that's very, very important. So that's very powerful. And thank you very much. And eligibility, can we have the next speaker who will take through our people? I've just stopped my slides so that he can go through and explain. And then as tomorrow people receive their wheels, they can know what to do. And our role will just be to inject a bit of liquidity in the market and then make sure that our people can enjoy their first payout. Thank you very much and congratulations. And you're always blessed because you joined a company that understands what it means to have personal income lives for people. And this is the very first step as we go step by step. And I think you're going to enjoy being with Weownomy for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Ndate Peter, for the explanation that you just gave. We have with us Ndate Sekhonyana Joel Molap. He will be just doing the demonstration of how people will be able to buy and how people will be able to sell. And then now, after that, he will go into the details of how now people can be able to interpret the markets. He will talk more about the technical analysis as well as some fundamental analysis, just so that when people start to receive their weons starting from tomorrow, they don't just go and sell just like that. It is important to know the right time to make it to sell, at the right time to actually buy, so that at the end of the day, people do benefit, because sometimes somebody might be quick to sell and then only to find that immediately or just after you have sold, now the price start to to go up, and then in that way now somebody would have lost. But then we are not actually restricting anybody from buying or selling. What we are just doing is to have the professional trader, somebody with an experience in the crypto trading, who can explain and clearly take us through the presentation. That Mlapo, are you here, sir?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Now, Anna, you said I should play this video first, and then you'll take us after the video. Should I start with this video?
Yes, sir, you can proceed. Thank you. Mr. Altavela. Mr. Altavela? Well, the video is it's inaudible. Can I interpret while it still goes on?
Yes, please. Just go ahead.
Okay. Can you proceed with the video while I still interpret what goes on? Well, here we have Weons paired with USDT, and we have Weons paired with Ethereum. So when you buy or sell, you go to the Weons chart, and there are two buttons: buy Weons, sell Weons. So you choose whether you want to buy or sell. Since tomorrow people are going to get their payouts, you will choose to sell if you want to sell at the current market price or at the limit order. But if you choose to buy, you can choose to buy. You can proceed with the video, mister. So here we have the limit order. On the limit order, you choose the specific price where you want to buy or where you want to sell. And once you've chosen the price, you choose the amount of tokens that you want to buy or sell. Once your order is filled, you will have your tokens bought or sold at the price that you desired. But there's a catch, because the market has to go to the specific price. It has to hit the price that you want before filling your order. So it's very critical for all co-owners to be able to understand how the market goes, to understand the technicals, the fundamentals, and the sentiment too, because we really have to be able to be in sync with the company. So I really feel like if every co-owner can understand what goes on in the market, they can make better informed decisions on how to trade their Weons. So here we are choosing a buy scenario. So if I buy $100 worth of Weons at the current market price, I'll have 479 Weons. Right there, I've chosen the market order. The default is limit order. So at the limit order, that's where you choose the specific price and your token and the amount of tokens that you want to sell. And then once your order is filled, you'll get your USDT or Ethereum, whether you want to trade your Weons for USDT or Ethereum. So here, let's anticipate that it's $8 per Weon, our recent all-time high. So I'm currently holding 705 Weons. If I sell, then each Weon will be worth $8. Can you proceed with the video? So here, selling 25%, I will be getting 21,797 rents, or 1,000. Okay, here it is. If selling 50%, it's all about how the market goes, because let's you've doubled your portfolio. Once it reaches 60 cents, then you've tripled it. So the price doubles as it's dependent on how much and at what price you bought. So I think it's crucial, because let's just anticipate that the value.
Sorry for interruptions. Yes, Nat. I'm not sure whether it is only on my side, but at some point your connection is cutting. So now again on the video, I think somewhere I'm getting lost as to where you are. So you'll forgive me for that, but I think you have explained the important part. People are able to see now that when they can be able, how they can actually sell and how they can actually buy, and then also having explained the limit order and the market order as to people should understand, if you want to use the market order, that is whereby now the system will actually match, will find the suitable price on the market, and then it will do that for you. But if you go with the limit order, that is whereby now you specify the amount at which you want to either sell or you want to buy. I thought maybe if I can just explain that easily to for the people maybe to understand it. I'm not sure whether I should still stick with the video, or we can now go to the slides. You'll guide me that I'm all here. I'm all ears.
Well,
thank you, Nadi. You can go ahead, Nadimla.
I think we can proceed to the slides as we have agreed. With that, Mr. Debele.
Starting again. Okay, your line is still not okay, but let's proceed in that. I think people, maybe they will bear with us that it's the issue of the internet, but this is the first slide. You can take us through.
Well, I'm sorry for my bad connection. My humble apologies. Well, here it's our first slide. It's the current structure of the Weownomy market paired with USDT. So we have seen the uptrend of Weownomy. We have seen the downtrend of Weownomy. But now I have a feeling that history is about to repeat itself. Well, as you can see from the previous, the two lines, I'll call it the two lines for now because I can't be too complex about the market. So those two lines, in trading terms, I can call them a channel. But since they're a little converging, so I think I'll call them a wedge. Once they say breakout, once the candlesticks break away from the lines, the top line, because the top line is the resistance and the bottom line is the support. So once the trend breaks away from the resistance, then the price goes up. So on the recent uptrend, which we've seen when we had a low of, it was about 40 cents last time I checked, before they went up to spike to $4. The percentage increase was over 900%. So if a co-owner had bought Weownomy worth 1,000 rands at a price of probably 50 cents per Weownomy or 40 cents per Weownomy, the co-owner would have made a total profit or return on investment of 900% or more. So this means that if you would have bought Weownomy worth 1,000, you would have had probably 9,000 or 8,000 rands worth of profit. So go into the second, I mean, the current structure that we have right now. We have a chart pattern called a falling wedge. A falling wedge simply indicates exhaustion in the market. It indicates sellers' exhaustion. This means that once there's exhaustion, then it's evident that the action is going to come to a stop. So once sellers lose their power, I mean the bear market, once they lose their power, we will see a rebound in the Weownomy price. Currently, our resistance sits at 60 cents per Weownomy, and we have a support at 15 cents per Weownomy. So I think once the price breaks away from 60 cents going to 70 cents per Weownomy, we will see a specific rise in the price of Weownomy. It could be probably, I don't want to make any speculations because nobody can predict the market, but A falling wedge simply indicates a buy opportunity. So once the price breaks away from the current resistance of 60 cents per Weon, then we will see Weons rising to $1 or even passing it, or even going back or even passing our all-time high of $8 per Weon. Can we go to the second slide? Okay, here it is. This is the first channel or the falling wedge that I told you about. So as you can see, once the price breaks away, once the price broke away from the resistance, the Weon's price went up madly. It went up madly. These are just technicals. It went up in a very, very, very short period of time. I mean, once I viewed my token, I was shocked because it was up by more than 400%. And that's a lot of potential for a new crypto. So cryptos have a history of rising above 1000% or even more, but this currency is one of its kind, rising 400% in a single day. How much can that be if one had invested, if one could actually hold a sizable chunk of Weons? So this currency really has potential, and there are a lot of similarities in this chart pattern and in the current one that's actually forming. Can we go to the next slide, the Delta? Okay, this is the current market structure of Weons right now. I recently analyzed this chart before this Zoom meeting, and currently we have our resistance sitting at 60 cents per Weon and our support at 15 cents per Weon. We are really hoping that with the cash injection, the liquidity that will be injected in the market, it should have a positive outcome in the price of Weons, because currently once we break out of the 60-cent range, we are home free. We are actually home free. We will just have to bear with the other chart patterns. But here's one thing that I'd like co-owners to know. Once the market sells, we don't hold we don't put our hands on our heads and cry and say Weons are dropping, but we can actually capitalize on that, because once the price drops means that you can get Weons for way cheaper. Once we get Weons for way cheaper, it means that you're holding more Weons, more than what you recently had. So this is an opportunity, because once the price goes up again, then this means that you will have way more. It means that you can easily double or triple your portfolio. So I think this is a golden opportunity for those who don't really wish to liquidate their Weons at the get-go, or those who wish to portfolio. You can actually get more Weons. You can make Weons from Weons. I think we are done with the slides so that I can focus on other points in this presentation. In the market, we have three types of market analysis. We have the technical analysis, which we've gone through right now. It means technical analysis simply means price action. You get information from the price and the trend so that you can make a better informed decision on whether you will buy or sell the crypto. So fundamental analysis simply means it's more like rumors, all right? Let's make an example. If truck drivers in South Africa go on a strike, then we know that there are no goods or service, there are no goods that will be transported. This means that there will be a slowdown in businesses. This means that the rent will suffer. That's how it is. So if there's any negative news about Weownomy or Weons or anything that affects Weownomy, then this means that investors will likely not invest in Weons. But if we have good news like, I mean, the new listings that are on the way, the current chat pattern, the analysis, a happy community, the airdrops that are coming up, all those good news. I mean, Weownomy chat being almost complete, those are all good news. The 1 billion Weons transaction to the Ethereum founder, Vitalik, they are all good news, which means that they will likely to attract investors. So as Weownomers, we are solely not the ones determining the price of Weons, but we are actually trading with the attracting community, because honestly, the community wants something that's sustainable, something that will be probably profitable for them, because it's all about the money for them. But for us, it's all about an empire. So fundamentals are all about rumors. It's in the stock market or in the crypto, they say buy the rumor. Currently, if my CEO will allow it, there's a rumor that SHIB will reach $1. Right now, SHIB has a lot of zeros, but the community is strong and it's sentimental about the price increase. So it's all about the rumor that attracts investors, that attracts traders to actually invest in the crypto. So we have sentimental analysis. Sentimental analysis doesn't even require one to know the market, one to actually doesn't require anyone to know the news or the press releases about the crypto or anything. It's all about your belief in the token. If my sentiment says Weons will return to their all-time high of $8 or even pass through it, I mean, that's my sentiment. It's sentimental analysis solely depends on how you feel about the token. So if you feel like, okay, the rand will be stronger, that's your sentiment. So sentimental analysis lies in every one of us. I don't know, but I think if we'd have more meetings like this so that the Weownomy community can actually learn about the price action, the chart patterns, and everything, so that once a co-owner can see or actually practice on the real market, I think it would be very, very nice. I mean, I don't know, but I'll propose making a brief book, a brief PDF, a comprehensive one, showing all the chart patterns, their outcome, how to trade, and all the fundamentals, the good fundamentals, and all about sentimental analysis. I think the CEO will actually be the one to tell the community about its release date or even distribute it. So I think I'm done for now. And thank you for your time. Thank you.
Can you hear me, sir? Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I can hear you.
Yes, Nade. Thank you very much, Nade, for the presentation. I do agree with you that we do need this kind of meeting, because for now there are quite a number of people who actually understood what you are saying, more especially people who are already in the crypto industry. But I do believe that there is another group of our co-owners who will really need the meetings of similar nature, for them to understand what you are really saying. So I'm trying to find
Yes,
the
I
easier way.
totally.
Yes, Nada. Okay, I'm just saying you did try your best to to come to the level where you try to explain all those technical terms in a simpler way, in such a way that people could really understand what you are trying to put through. And I think we are really happy that with what you have done, and we hope that our people will really take that. They can actually go into the internet, go into the search engines like Google, and then try to read and understand those technical analysis. I also like the fact that you talked about the fundamental analysis, whereby we are saying you made a very good example to say in the case where there is a strike, maybe the truck drivers are striking, the delivery of the fuel becomes a problem. So that on its own, it affects so many things in the market. The prices will shoot and all that. So even now, it says we understand there's been a very there's been a delay in terms of the promised payments, and people really got to a point where now they were, being negative and all that, which we understand. And like we said earlier, we are really sorry for whatever the inconvenience that really our people has gone through. So, but then on the other hand, I like the fact that you show that the happy community, when people are talking positively about the company, about the token, that it gives the investors the confidence in putting their money into the token. But when you try to research and then the information that you get is the negative information about the company, it scares the potential investors away. So I hope now that the payments are going to be effected, and then people are going to start maybe realizing having their own wheels to sell, and then have them maybe cashed out into their different banks. That I think it will change the atmosphere. We will now have people who are really making sure that we work together to make sure that the price actually, people have confidence in our token, and then they can really put their money. Because even if we are many, I think we are around 240 to 250,000. It isn't, the crypto market is way too large than that. So if we want them to come into our token and invest, it is our responsibility to make sure that we actually work together and promote our token, because the more it goes up, the more it is going to make more money for us. We are going to benefit. Even when it goes down, it's actually affecting us in either way. And again, there was something which I think I should also explain, that the exchange where our token is listed, the La Token exchange, it is an independent exchange whereby we don't have any way of manipulating the price. We cannot say, we cannot even tell them that today put the price at 50 cents or at 20 cents. There are maybe some people who are thinking we control that. I think it is also important for people to understand that there's no way we can just decide to say put the price down or put it up. What we can do is to inject the cash, like the CEO has said, that if we inject the cash in the market, that is actually the only way where we can be able to push the price. And then it also depends on many other factors, because we can put the cash, and then it depends on the market, how the market will react. Because if you remember, on the first day when we launched our token, I remember it was set at around $13. And we put a lot of money, around 200,000 on that day. But if people would remember, it went down regardless of the amount of money that was placed, that the liquidity that was put, the price still went down. Why? Because everybody was selling. So that on its own, it wasn't, the liquidity that we put on that day wasn't enough to sustain the price at around $13. So I think what you have explained, it has really maybe opened our people, some of the people, some eyes to say, okay, even if I receive my Weons tomorrow, should I just right away go into the market and sell, or should I just wait and then study the market and then see which direction the market is taking, and then now you can know that, okay, let me sell a bit, or maybe let me at this time let me not sell, but let me buy. And then when now the market is going in a positive direction, then you are able to make a huge profits. So we are very thankful that for the presentation. But I think there is still another part which is important. After people have traded their Weons to either USDT or Ether. Now the question will be, how then do I have this money in the bank? That is one of the important questions that some people, they really don't have an idea as to what does it take for them to now say, okay, I was able to sell so many of my Weons, and then now I have this Ether or I have USDT. How then am I going to have this money in my account? There are different platforms which I know of. The common one that I saw that many of the co-owners are using. We have the altcoin trader, and then the Luno. Those ones, they are able to connect or to link to some of the banks that we have. There are other exchanges. People can use different exchanges, but for people in South Africa, people in Lesotho, in Namibia, Eswatini, just in the Southern Africa, I realized that platforms like Altcoin Trader and Luno, they do connect to their different banks. I will check for people in other, when it goes into Middle Africa or even the North, as to which platforms they can look into, whereby now they can send their Ether or their USDT there and then convert it to the currency that they prefer. Whether it's for the altcoin, normally it's ZAR, whereby you can convert to ZAR. But there are other platforms whereby you can be able to link with your bank. So it just depends which platform you are comfortable with. Then you can go into that platform, make your application, do the KYC, and then when done, link your bank. And then after linking your bank, you can then come into the Latraken exchange, send either your USDT or Ether to that platform, convert it, and then you can send that into your bank. So it is important again to know that even with the Latraken, for you to be able to send either the USDT or the Ether out, you need to complete the KYC for Type 2. So that is it. I think we will be guided by the questions, but like we said, this is not going to be a normal meeting, a long meeting. We understand people are still going to work tomorrow, so we will only take up to 9:30 the questions, and thereafter we will close the meeting. Ndare Peter, can you maybe have anything to share or comments on the presentation that has been done?
No, thank you very much. that Mlapo was really given an insightful presentation to actually guide our people in regards to the trades and how they can actually benefit from their Weownomy payout. I think that's very, very important. And the Delta Belly for following up and summarizing it up to our community, that's very critical for them. And it's very clear that today it's all about people knowing that their Weownomy, this Zoom meeting was just to prepare them. Like when you get the Weownomy distribution, what next? And so what next is you're going to be able to cash out. The process is going to be done on the token exchange. You have to have a token address. And that was the whole process. How can you benefit by, utilizing the token exchange to make sure that you use the market order, time your order very well so that you can get at the best price, and just explain further how the fundamentals of the market work and why we have most of the crypto coins that have gone down with the current fundamentals globally. And we have a strong community that is amazing, that really brings the very critical points that we're really going to have a great community of people. I think we have more than 30,000 people who are trading and having more than 56,000 members that are going to be paid their Weownomy. That gives a very clear thing. So the 56,000 members are those who staked their $10 strictly, and more others who are coming will also benefit. So in that order, to make sure that they participate from the Weownomy distributions that are out there. The others who are currently in the trade competition, others who are participating through the staking, that's also very important because it shows that you understand how to build wealth, and then your future will be much better. So as many people have been, very eager to cash out, cashing out once is not a big deal, but understanding how you can sustain and have a great deal of more Weownomy for as many years, because the value of Weownomy is just getting unlocked and it's just going bigger and it's growing in very, very great ways. So please just really make sure you do your staking, you do participate in the trading competition. If you don't want to participate in those, then if you just want to cash out, if that is your only thing, then you're going to be, you'll be happy that you cash out. But remember, to remain as a co-owner, you need to understand the whole value of the whole benefit of building and, benefiting from the growth of Weownomy. So you don't just want to be a co-owner who just cash out once and you don't have anything else, but just understand that this is a long-term opportunity for you, but it also comes with obligation and how disciplined you have to be to really make sure that sustainably you will earn from the Weownomy growth journey. So that's very critical. And I think this is very important. As we said, it's a very short presentation today. And to congratulate all of you guys who are going to receive your Weownomy, starting with the 28,000 members. And going through the weekend, you will now be able to handle it on your own, participate in the trades, the selling and buying. In this case, you guys want to sell, that's fine. But if you want to really benefit more, I think you'll really be rewarded if you can understand how everything works and how best to cash out and all that. So it's your discipline and understanding how the whole crypto market works and the opportunity that is being presented to you by the Weownomy and our ecosystem. And just remember that the community is growing big and big. And so as the community grows and as our ecosystem begins to unlock, we have a lot of opportunities to see the growth of Weownomy. And that means you have a lot of opportunity to build your own personal income lives. And that is very, very powerful. So we wish you the best as you go out with your Weownomy. And we have just shown you that we are doing also the best. We just started the year. And, in January, now we're in February going to March, and you can see with patience, you'll always be able to see the great results coming out. And that's very important. And having your own currency is amazing, currency of kindness. It really provides you a great opportunity going forward. So I think this is great for you. And I thank you all. And I think you guys can really be prepared. The IT team is doing all the best, and they're going to distribute all the wins to all the different members, starting with 28,000. We think within a week, we want to see 56,000 members also get their wins. And what a great way to start the year. I think that's beautiful, powerful. Thank you very much. Much love always. I salute you guys.
Good evening, Tatel Debele. Good evening, Tate Peter.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I just want to ask a question about us who did not put our Letecon address in our back office. We still have our Weownomy Pay address. How is that gonna be?
I think Nadel Tebeli is gonna help. And Nadel Tebeli, can you assist? This is a very important question in regards to the current work you're doing with the distribution of Weownomy to our members.
Yes, Nadia. On that one, we made an announcement, if you remember, at the time of voting, that we advised the shareholders to put their addresses, the Latvian addresses, on the platform, and we allowed that until is it yesterday or on Monday when we officially closed that. Because
yes, Bele, I understand the point, but sometimes people are sitting with Wi-Fi problems that you are missing some important messages. It's not that I want to cash my coins out. I really don't want to cash out, but will it be in my Weownomy Pay wallet, or where will it be? Because at the back of the office, I'm still having my address for the Weownomy Pay.
Yes, they will be sent to Weownomy Pay. The only challenge that you'll have is now to transfer them to Latvian, and then now you'll have to finance the gas fees. Yes, it's gonna be tricky because even if we open now, the thing is we have already extracted the reports and the team is working on preparing them for the airdrops. So whatever the change that will be done after we have extracted the report will only reflect in the next payout. For now, the addresses that are on the system are the ones who will receive the airdrops. So whether it's on the Weownomy Pay or in the Latvian.
Okay, and another question is, will we be able to stake our coins at Weownomy Pay?
You can stake on the Latvian. On the Weownomy Pay, yeah, on the Weownomy Pay, such features are still under development. So for now, it is simply a wallet where you can simply store your assets and send or receive. The other functionalities are not there yet.
Okay, so how long must we wait for Weownomy Pay? Because it's important to use what is ours instead of going to other trade platforms. And yeah, and we were told that the Weownomy Pay is going to do all those things, but up to now nothing. And it's like it's dying out. You are not even giving any report of how far are you with the Weownomy Pay, the swapping and the staking and all that. It's okay. I can have my Weownomies on my Weownomy Pay because I don't want to change them now. I just want to put everything in staking. But I will wait for the next payout. Then I will put my token address at my back office.
Thank you very much, but with the updates on the Weownomy Pay, it's just that we talked about many things with regard to the Weownomy Pay. We talked about the We talked about the remittance functionality. We talked about many other features, which some of them, they do take some time for them to be, others even require some licenses because more especially when you now have to deal with the fiat amount. So they're actually still in progress. We have the Weownomy Pay web, the web version of it. It is going live probably next week. It will be live. We have tested it. It is working, and I think it is really going to help many people, even those who do not have the mobile devices. They can simply go to the internet cafe and then be able to access their wallets. So there is a great development ongoing with
thank you, Tatali Debele.
Good evening, Tatali.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you,
How are you?
Tatali? Yes, I have a question. I just want to find out name. Thank you for the presentation. First of all, it was awesome. I first want to know if I happen to be the lucky one to be paid tomorrow. The we owns. What is it? What will be expected of me? Will I have to stake? Is it still and that story that I have to buy 100 weons back and stake, or what is it really? I just want to understand.
Yes,
And
I
another
think. Okay, let me attend to that one first. On the buying, I think the presenter of today has explained it as to when you can buy and when maybe you can sell. So the staking part, it is still expected that you stake the amount according to your class. It will depend on which class you are. There's been the stated amount to say you must stake a certain amount. But with buying, we do, yes, encourage people to buy so that there is an activity. We don't only have the selling part, but we also have the buying part. But then now that we have been told as to how can we determine the right time to buy and the right time to sell, it might not be on the same day, but we highly encourage that you do, because it will keep the token alive.
Okay, but then how do I submit that information or a screenshot that I bought on my dashboard, or how will you not know, how will you know that I bought?
You are saying whether you should put the proof of buying on the dashboard. Okay, yeah. I think
how will you know that I bought? Because the CEO explained it clearly that if you don't buy, if you don't adhere to the discipline, you will be what? He said something like if you don't buy, you are going to be disciplined, or you are not going to receive your next payment. But how
the way we do it is when you upload the proof of payment. Actually, there's a feature that we are developing on the system, which is going to manage this issue of buying and staking, and that it is going to manage it in a very easy way, whereby even for us, we will be able to track whether people have bought or people have staked. So it is going to be easy for us to do all that, but it's a feature that will go live. It's just that now we were occupied with the preparation of the reports, but immediately, maybe when we are done with the first payout, we will put that feature in. So it's going to make the whole process very easy for us and easy for the shareholders as well. But now that it is still manual, you have to upload the documents. But immediately when we have upgraded the system now to automate that, to make that process simple, we will present it in a meeting, and then you'll be able to see how we have designed the system to allow that.
Okay. My next question is that those that are going to receive their payments on Weownomy Pay, like for our children whose account we couldn't manage to create on La Token, how will they stake? How are they going to stake now?
Yeah, the thing is, we said for the miners as well as some other people who were not able to open their accounts in La Token, the guardian or somebody who is responsible for the miner. You can, after you have sold your wheels, maybe you have some ether, you can send the gas fees into the Weownomy Pay, and then transfer those weons from the Weownomy Pay into La Token.
Into my
and then
account.
you can then be able to stake on there. Because, like I said,
I cannot hear you now. You are out. Tata Bella, I cannot hear you.
yes, I'm saying that is how you can do it, because now with the Weownomy Pay, the staking part is not yet live, so we will have to do it that way to transfer them to La Token, and then you stake on their behalf.
Okay.
Yes.
The last question. This is a bit out of topic. I just wanted to know those that are set before the CEO announced. Will they be included in tomorrow's payment or what? No.
Who did what?
Before the CEO announced that you will only be paid after your staking period lapsed, will they be included in tomorrow's payment as well, or will they have to wait for another day?
Maybe are you referring to the rewards, the people who are supposed to get the rewards?
Those are the first people who staked. The first people who staked before the CEO made an announcement that they are going to only reward after the staking period lapsed.
Okay, no, I think this one will be answered by the CEO. But the way I remember it, like everybody, they will be rewarded when the staking period has elapsed, because what has happened is the people who were given those rewards, even now when you go into the exchange, they are the ones who are actually selling in big numbers, selling over 20,000, selling 30,000. So if we continue to give out those big numbers, it will give others advantage over people who are just depending on what they will receive from us, as they are. There will be less disadvantaged, I think. But like I said, the CEO will decide on that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Good evening,
Hi.
CEO.
Okay.
How are you?
Let me
Hello?
do it this way. We have that Pizol Sawana, and then I'll try to call the names so that we.
Okay.
Yes, that Pizol.
Good evening, how are you? Hello.
Yes, that we are live.
How are that?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
You are live. We can hear you. That you can go ahead.
Okay. Good evening to you and CEO and Nademulapo. First, I would like to apologize to the fact that I'm traveling to Johannesburg, so I've been getting out of signal from time to time. So I didn't get the meeting properly. So my questions, if they go somehow a bit off, just give me for that. Hello?
Yes, that you are still live. You can go ahead.
Okay. My first question is this: there's a competition going on. And as you know, the competition is for the unanimous and non-unanimous because it is staged on La token. I didn't get clearly what we should do if, for those who are getting paid, I saw that I'm not, but it's fine. But for those who are getting paid, how are they going to conduct themselves so that they don't fall into a problem of not following the rules, bearing in mind that people are heavily trading because of the competition? Because as you have seen, there are people who have 300 and something thousand points. Now, to have chains, you have to trade differently, even differently than the Demolapo has been showing, so that you can have such points. So my suggestion, it is a question and a suggestion. Is it possible maybe to waive any rules in as far as, because we are buying and selling already. I've bought about more than 1,000 times, I'm sure, and I've sold over 1,000 times, so that I can be within the range of the competition. Now, my question or my plea is, can rules be waived so that when people buy and sell as many as they can, they don't fall into a problem of not getting their next pay as they are trying to score in the competition? And then we can bring back the rules after the competition has finished. That's the first question. Hello?
Okay, that Peter, let me just make sure that we still have the CEO. That Peter?
Yes, I'm around. I was thinking you're taking it.
Okay, yes. Anna, it's a question and a suggestion as well. But okay, now I'm getting a bit confused that also. You are saying we should remove the what? We should remove the rules to say people should stake to allow them to participate in the trading competition. Maybe I get lost there. Can you please just rephrase your question so that I can answer it correctly? That Peter.
Yes, Nade.
Yes, I'm not sure if you got the question. Maybe I'm now confused by now the suggestion.
Maybe Anna, now.
Yeah, he said he's on the way. Maybe the signal is not good. But I think even when we say people should stake, he doesn't say they cannot participate in the trading competition, because as they do they are buying and selling and all that, they are automatically getting into the competition. It's just that the only time they will start to get the portion of the reward amount is when their trading volume exceed, when it gets to 5,000 weons or even more. So people can still enter the competition. I'm not sure if I got the question correctly in that. Let's take another question that Elisa will come back again and explain the question. Can we have these names here? I'm not sure whether I would call it correctly. It's Boost Lady or Boss Lady. Can we have your question, please? Can we have the question? If May cannot hear us, can we have another person to ask the question? At 9:30, we are closing.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening, Date. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you too?
We are fine, Date. Thank you.
Thank you. My question is about those co-owners who do receive the rewards or the payments, and they don't want to cash out at the same time, but they want to stake all of it. What will be their fate?
Yeah, I think it will now be the same for everyone, that they will get their rewards when the amount that they bought and stake has reached its maturity. Because now, if we will now try to pick again people who staked before the announcement was made, it's going to be another challenge. Although it's doable, but it's another job. It's a job for another day. But I think, like I said, Nade Peter, can you maybe comment on that?
Yes, absolutely. You're right, Elizabeth. I think just like the Wela Token Exchange does it, it will be very important to follow in that process, because most of the people can follow through. And remember, the rewards are so much, we give quite a lot of rewards. So it will be tempting for some of them to unstake just because they can, fool us that they are staking. And then, but if they go through and we can indicate that on their dashboards, I think it will be much appropriate. So it trains them discipline to wait for that period. And then when that period gets finished, La Token sends you, then we can also match with what La Token has sent you, and we can, send you what is exactly indicated in your dashboard. I think that's much fair than the earlier process whereby we were just giving out rewards, and it will really keep the whole community much more interested to make sure that they're patient for that period, and they know that we earn because of our patience. So that's very important.
Okay, Nade, thank you very much. Can we have your next question or take another question, Nade?
No, thank you so much. That was my only question.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Good evening, CEO.
Good evening. How
Hello.
are you?
Hi, how are you?
Thanks, and you, Ntate Letebele. Mine is related with the one that you just explained now. On last Zoom on Sunday, I explained to CEO we were advantaged because we staked on the 20th of January, and all the process was done. And CEO said to me, I must send email immediately, and I must on subject right. We staked before the announcement. So now I'm hearing we are no longer going to be considered. So, and my another question is, like last week, I explained we are a disciplined team whereby we do have a yearly plan. Yesterday, we bought another Weowns we wanted to stake. Unfortunately, it's sold out.
Yeah,
So that's, yes.
Yeah, on
that's
the
only
issue
thing.
of the staking part, I'm aware that the current staking was sold out, but we have increased the amount of Weowns in there. It's just that I'm waiting for the confirmation from the Latvian team as to whether they have completed the increase, just to allow more people to continue to stake. But on the issue of the rewards, whereby we're saying even for the people who maybe bought and staked before the announcement was made, we're not saying you are no longer recognized or you're no longer going to be rewarded. The only thing is it will now be done on the maturity of your staking. What the system, what we are building is, you are going to be able to input the start date of the staking you have done, as well as the expiry, and then you put in the proof. So now when the time comes, when now the expiry of your staking has arrived, the system will automatically pick that, and then we will have a list. Either we process it weekly, whereby all the people whom their staking period has expired, they will still get the rewards as promised. It's not that you are no longer going to get them. I think that one should be understood clearly.
Yes, it is though, but it's hard, Mr. Litebele, because the people that we stake, they staked after us, they were being rewarded. That's why last week I explained everything, and the CEO said, send the email. I sent the email to him. He said he will check, he'll go through the email. It's a long chain email. Even from your office, you responded to me to say, okay, send the wallet. And I sent, but I never get any response from your office. So everything that I'm doing, I'm transparent to my team. So like now, I have to go back to tell them it's no more. So we have to wait for 5 months because we staked for 150 days.
I think that repeater.
And that I think for our case, just to be to assist her, maybe we'll take it as an exceptional case if we can provide our group the Weons, and hopeful, as you said, that they're very disciplined. But again, for any other question that is similar like that, we are strictly just going to maintain the new position that any rewards going forward will only be indicated on your dashboard. And just as Ndadele has said, it doesn't mean that the rewards are not available. They will be available after the time of the staking period. So I think for that exception, we can accept, but going forward, we are not going to accept anyone coming saying that they have staked and they want any rewards. For now, everyone will just put it on the dashboard. I think that will be fine.
Okay, that's understandable, CEO. Can I give my email address so that you'll be able to check?
Yes, please. I will appreciate.
Okay, it's
then you
MA.
you can copy. What you can do now to make it easier, can you please send the same email to me and Dadele Tebele? Dadele Tebele email is
okay,
office
I'll do so
at Weownomy.global, and then he will be able to sort that out. Yes.
All right, I'll do so. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Good
you?
evening. I'm good, thank you. I trust that you're well yourself. I just want to say thank you to Sekonyana, if I'm saying his name correctly, for the presentation. But I would also like to encourage the majority of you, as I know Payouts is basically starting from tomorrow onwards. And a lot of people is obviously, they have the mindsets of the withdrawal. That is the main thing now. So I would like to encourage people, if you are going to start withdrawing as soon as you get your payout, then you are going to lose out a lot. So before you do any withdrawals, I would really like to encourage you guys to go through the graphs of trading, and then do some research or check on the graph. And then, because if you do trading or whatever, and then you have to know how to trade, and you have to know how to read the graphs on a certain coin that you're busy trading, right? So in order for you to read the graphs, you must know the different types of graphs that there is. Like, say for example, what I know now is like the bullish candle, the bearish candlesticks, the shooting star, the wick of the candle, the dark cloud cover, the morning doji star, and all of these things. I bet you none of the co-owners basically know what that is. So if you can do a little research and make yourself known to the meaning of each candle on a graph when trading, then you will be able to predict the market, whether it's going up or whether it's going down. You will basically be able to know what the next move potentially might be So you will have a bigger chance of winning. You see, so I'd suggest go do a little research before you do any transactions or whatever. Leave your weons in stake, do staking, do trading. But if you're gonna basically sell at 2 Rand or sell a coin at 2 Rand, then obviously you're not gonna have potential. So leave your coins in there and wait till it rises nicely, and then you can start withdrawing basically. But also try to understand the meaning of each candle when doing trading, and how to predict when the market is going up and when the market is going down, and so on. So yeah, that's basically, I just wanted to encourage you guys, don't rush into things. Seeing that payout is starting tomorrow, take it slow and just sorry, and just relax. Don't get overexcited, because if you get too excited, you're gonna make a very big mistake and you're not gonna have a lot of money. So yeah. Then also I have a question for Tate Letebele. Relating to somebody that came into my inbox today. I'm really concerned. She's been crying over the phone and she's very upset about, she sent IT team a message, and some emails. She said it's been since last year that she's been struggling because this one leader has been scamming her and took all her money and all of that. And then she tried to contact support to basically change her, the person that scammed her, to change her details into her name so that she can gain her money back. So I would like to know what are we going to do in a regard like that. Some emails she said since last year that she's been struggling.
This one, I don't know what this one is.
There's a noise. No. There's somebody who is.
Somebody is making a noise on the background.
Maybe playing. Maybe they're connected here on YouTube as well.
Hello.
Yes. So your question is the person who was scammed by the upliner or their leader.
Yes, an upliner. Yes, and then the person blocked her.
So now we are receiving.
She sent support a few messages and they never got back to her as yet.
Yes, I think we are receiving quite a number of complaints whereby people have given somebody their money and then the person disappears. Maybe the CEO will lead the direction in that one, because it's something whereby now sometimes I don't know what to do, because the person will be who disappear with the money, we might find that it's not even somebody we know, somebody whom we can even trace. So maybe Nare Peter. Peter. Okay, it's like we have lost him, but I think he will come back. On that one, he will maybe give the direction, but what we can say
then I have one last question. What is going to happen to those who did the buying and holding and they haven't received rewards yet, and most of the people have sent messages and never got any reply? So I'd like to know that.
The people with the buy and hold, on the buy and hold program.
On the buy and hold, yes.
I think that one we have replied to say the new maybe I can call it a policy that they will now. I get the thing is you have to buy and then stake. We don't, not just buying and holding. So when you have purchased and then you have staked that,
Yes,
then
but the weons have been staked. It was basically bought from the bank account, and Intula token bought weons and staked it, and still nothing was received. Half of it was basically hold.
yeah, now the new way that is now going to be that has been implemented is the people will only be getting the rewards when the staking period has expired. When now it is, you are able to say now the staking period has completed. It will show on your dashboard when you open.
Okay.
It will show.
Okay, so the beta testers that have staked 1,000 of their weons, we are 39 people that staked 1,000 weons, and then we were told that we won't be rewarded for that, for staking, because we were supposed to buy weons to stake instead of using the weons that we received as a reward for beta testing. So what is going to happen on that stake when it's done?
The staking for the people who just that. Can you maybe just rephrase the question? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Okay, we are 39 people in the beta testing group. And so we all put 1,000 weons together, which is now 39,000 weons that is in staking at the moment. So we were told that we won't be rewarded for those weons because it wasn't weons that we bought from our banking accounts. So we don't have any proof to say that we bought those weons. Instead, we received those weons from Weownomy as a gift for beta testers. So what is going to happen on that staking? Are we getting rewarded for that staking, or what's going to happen?
Yes, I think this one as well. It requires the. I will take it. It's just that now I'm failing to get hold of this of that Peter. I'm not sure whether it is the internet issue on his side, but we will respond to this. I remember I'm also in that group of this of the beta testers, so we will talk about it in that group and then advise as to whether you will be able to get the rewards or not. But the way the team is working now is they are only capturing for the people who have the proof that they have bought and staked. So for this one, I'll take it as an exception and then confirm first with the CEO, and then they will respond.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. Can I take two more questions?
Hi, good evening, Tatel Tebele. How are you? Hi, sir. It's Bongani Sanda speaking. My question is on the people who have actually been buying to participate on the competition, who have not really sold anything, but we're really hoping that as the price starts to go up, then we can start doing the selling and just do the buy and selling to actually farm some more Weowns. This is now before the actual payments are going to happen. Is there a way that we can get the reassurance that we can still be able to trade in buying and selling without actually using the Weowns that are going to be used as the payouts? Basically, we're going to be using ones that we were buying previously before the actual payouts.
If I get the question clearly, is you have been buying the Weowns?
Yes.
You are actually holding them.
Yes,
maybe
they are.
Okay, now they can go ahead.
Yes, they. Sorry, sir, you are breaking. Can you repeat that?
I was saying you can go ahead and that I will respond after you ask your question.
Yes, I was saying initially I did stake, and some of the stakes have expired. I think you did answer that one. And then some are on the 150 days, some are on the 90, and the others are on the 60. And then that is completely different. And then when the competition started, I actually bought some of the Weowns as a way of buying and selling as participation on the trading side. So now this is before the actual payments are going to happen. So all I'm asking is there a way that we can be allowed to just do the proper trading that we were planning to do with those separate Weowns without interfering with the ones that are going to be the payments?
Yes, I think if you are saying, let's say tomorrow you happen to get to be among the first 28,000 who maybe will be processed, and then you are receiving your Weowns, but you already have the Weowns that you have bought, those that you have staked, and then if I get your question, you're saying, will you be allowed to continue to trade with the ones that you have, and then maybe hold these ones that you'll be receiving from the company, or are you going to stake? I think that is you'll have much better choice when you already have the Weowns that you have purchased. You can, let's say, you can simply stake the ones that you will receive now. You just put them in the staking, and then maybe continue to trade the ones that you have, the ones that you have already bought, because for you to have the activity in the trading competition, there has to be that trading, that buying and selling. So
that's correct.
I think it's that way. You have a choice whether you can stake them or you can play around with them. Now that you already have some stakings that you have done, it can,
yes,
you have, to me, you have a better choice as to what you can really do with now the Weowns that you already have and those that will be coming as the payment.
Okay, so sorry, I didn't get the part. How is the Weowns that have completed the staking? Say, for instance, at the time when we're going to have the 10 times, then maybe it was a 30-day window or a 60-day window, and now that 30-day window or 60-day window has expired without the reward of the 10 times having have happened. So how
in the case
yes,
where your period has expired,
yes,
it is very easy that you can send us the proof. It will show when you take the screenshot on the staking part. It will show that your period has completed, and it will even
yes,
show how long you have staked,
yes,
and then you can be given your reward. But like I'm saying, there's a way we are going to do it in such a way that it will be automatic. The system will be able to pick that immediately when it is. It will be able to pick that immediately when your staking period has expired. But for now, since that feature is not up yet, what we can do is you can send us the proof. The team will immediately forward that to the person who's charged with paying the rewards, and then you'll get your rewards, provided it is complete. Yes.
Okay, thanks. And then the last question. There was a point where, for instance, before the 150 days was introduced, there was the 7 days, 30 days, then it was the 60 days and 90 days. So some of the Weowns, I realized that they were going to take longer to complete. For instance, the 90-day one was probably at around day 60 or something, and there was maybe another 60 days left. So then if I unstaked those Weowns and restaked them for the 150 days, will there be any penalties on that or not?
No, I don't think when you have restaked for a longer period, there won't be any penalty. But if you unstake and then you stake, let's say at a time when there was still 7 days, when you have staked for 7 days, for those people, even if they have completed the process, but they are not eligible for for the reward.
Yes.
Yes, but if you are
Yes,
unstaking and then putting it for a longer period, there is no any penalty on that. You still will still qualify.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tajel Tebel. I really appreciate all the hard work that you guys are doing. Keep up the good work. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we take another question? This one will be the last one, I guess. Another thing before we allow another question, there are people who do complain that we normally take the same people for this Q&A session. But then when I do ask them to unmute, I've done this for many people, they don't unmute. And then at the end, you'll find that only now certain people are able to unmute. So maybe people should look out, because when we ask you to unmute, you'll be shown that you can be able to open your mic. So can you ask a question?
Good evening, Datel Tebele and CEO. Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, it's Winle Kamete from Eswatini. I think I came in the Zoom and then I broke I lost my network. I might have missed just a few questions. I've got 2 questions to ask. The first one, it's about those who staked and it still says 0 staking fee received. It's still not showing on their dashboards. You promised to go back and rectify that problem. So how, I would like to know, because they are still concerned, especially my downliners, how are you going to assist those? Okay, and then the second question is that when you're transferring the WeOns to us as co-owners, I would like to know which criteria have you selected, or you are sending to everyone, or you have chosen those who staked first, or you are going according to their certificate numbers. So I would like to know those 2 questions. And further, let me expand on that one. There is actually a message which was sent by CEO on how to do to register on La Token. So some of my downliners were failing to go through the 2-tier part of it. So what will happen to them? Someone is just asking here. We are just watching with some of them. That's it. Were we supposed to copy and paste the Weownomy, the receiving address from La Token on the dashboards, or how are they going to receive those Weons through the La Token?
Let me start with the first question, whereby you're saying there are people who have paid the $10 staking, but on their dashboard it is still showing 0. As I did promised the other time that the team will try to pay more attention to that issue. We did try to capture as many as many of those staking that were left, those that were not reflecting. Even it's yesterday when I was pushing another file, and really many people have that issue resolved. So if you are still having that issue, I think you should reach out to support. During this time when we are processing the payments, you should be able to. We should be able to have that in the system, because otherwise you will appear as if you have not paid the staking. So when now the payments are going on, you might find yourself omitted. So if ever you have that problem, please reach out. We have the live chat. We have the help desk. I do not encourage sending the emails because now on the emails you find that there are a lot of issues, and sometimes we miss those whereby now people are talking about the issue of the staking, which does not reflect on their dashboards. On the second question as to the selection criteria for the first 28K, I think it was communicated the other time to say it will simply be on the in order of the staking. Yes, sometimes I think that will be, in fact, let me just say that will be the fair approach to say we take everybody who have staked, and then the way we do it, just so that we don't find ourselves paying people in a certain country only. We try to randomize the results such that after we pick those top people who have staked, we try to do some randomization so that we distribute the payments fairly, so that we don't find another country dominating while others are having none.
True.
So with the criteria, it is simply we are going to look into the staking, but yeah, I think that is it. Anna, the last question was Anna, what was the last question? I missed that.
I said, okay, now I got the one about the randomization. I think that's fair enough. Okay, I asked about the token. Those who managed to register on the token, and the others who failed to reach the two-tier, to do the two-tier. So I would like to know that.
Okay, I remember. Even if you failed to get approved for two-tier, you can still be able to get the WIOS address. The only need for the KYC approval is when you do the withdrawal. But your account, you can register the account, be able to receive your WIONs, do the trading and everything. The only problem will come when you are to withdraw. That is whereby they will require the approval. And if you have any challenge with the approval of your KYC, when you know that you have done what you are supposed to do, their support is very quick. In my experience, they are very quick to assist. So you can reach out to support. If you failed multiple times to get approved, you can talk to them and then they will guide you, because you'll find that some people, when they upload their pictures, some they upload in a format that is not supported. So that is why you find them failing most of the time. So you just need to be you just need to be to reach out to support, and then you are able to get assistance.
And then after doing that, they should go back to their dashboards and paste the receiving address.
If they haven't done it by now, it means that will only be reflected in the next payout. For now, the editing is closed.
Yes, some of them, they failed because when they tried to register on the token, they couldn't go finish up. It was just kicking them off, kicking them out.
Okay, I know. But still, if they still have their Weownomy pay addresses, they will be paid in the Weownomy pay. And then
okay. Thank you, David. I think it's clear now. Thank you, sir. Bye.
One more question, please. Can I get one more question? Okay. I think we are done for tonight. I know there are many people who really like to ask questions, but then can I have just last two questions and then we close? Good evening. How are you?
Can I please know about this? When we load the tier 2, it doesn't want to take the ID or the passport. It only wants the driver's license. That is why it throws us out when we try to load the ID or the passport. It's refusing. But if you come with the license, it takes the license in Latuke when you do tier 2.
No. Yeah, I did that with my ID, and many people whom I assisted, none of them used the license. It was able to go through with the ID. Not, I'm even surprised that you used the license. But many people whom I assisted in the Latuken KYC, they all used their IDs and they went through successfully.
Okay, maybe the problem is with my phone. I think I will go to the
because sometimes you'll find that the pictures that you take are not clear enough. So what you can do, like I said, just reach out to support. There's a live chat there. You can talk to them. They will guide you as to why it is being rejected. Because if the pictures are not clear, they will tell you. Maybe try a different device, and then you will be able to get approval.
Thank you very much, Ntatwaka.
Thank you, ma'am. I think we will close here. I'm just trying to find somebody else because
good evening, Dr. Tebele.
Good evening, Dade. Good Dade Moraka. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
When I was editing my personal details, I saw that the country was wrong. It stated Lesotho, but I'm staying in South Africa. So I edited my country, but when I check my dashboard again, it goes back to Lesotho, and now I can't be able to edit my things because it is closed. What is going to happen? Is that a problem, or what is going to happen?
No, on that issue, what I think is with the banking details, like the bank, the country, and all that. For now that we are in the crypto market, they will not make any impact. What is important is your address that you have put, the Latuken address or the Weownomy Pay address, it should be correct. It is that one that you should be worried about. As for the other details, for now, they are not going to be used. So on the issue of updating your country and then it picks Lesotho, what I have seen is when you do the updates there, the default country that is selected by default when you click on edit details, it's actually Lesotho. So many people get confused when now every time when they click edit and then the country appear as Lesotho. No, it's just that Lesotho is selected there as a default country. We can change to any other country, but when you click save, it will save the country that you have selected. But like I'm saying, those banking details for now, they will not be they will not be used. So whether they are correct or not, they will not affect your payout. What is important is the Weon's address. Either it is coming
Okay.
from either it's
Okay,
coming
thank you very much on that.
from the Weownomy pay. Is it clear?
It's clear on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have now extended up until it's now. We are now going to 10, but let me take another question and then just to. Can I have another question, or now should we close?
Hi, Ntatel Tebele.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's Dr. Zide from UK. I'm one of those people that have submitted for my downliners and paid the staking fee of 10 US dollars and got the 00 on their back office. And since November, I sent emails, I sent proof of payment and everything, and I would get a response saying that it was being corrected. Last week after the meeting, I did the same and I got a response within a week, which was saying, okay, this is being corrected, but whenever I go to the dashboard, it still appears as 00. Are those people going to miss out the payment?
Okay, what I realized, because in fact, what I said people should do, more especially people who made the bulk payments, whereby say you paid.
I paid for 11 people, yeah.
Yeah, you paid for 11 people in one transaction.
Yes, but now, I did attach different proof of payments.
Yes. Now on the what we should have is, if you paid for a number of people a bulk payment.
No, I didn't. Sorry, can I explain? I didn't put like bulk payment like a joint amount. It was each and every one of them paying the 10 US dollar, so that I could track the proof of payments. So when I made an email in November, I stated I made actually a table and attached each and every proof and in each and every reference number. And it was like it's being attended to. I did like 7 times or 10 times with nothing happening. And I've redone the 3 now that were not credited last week. And I got an email immediately a day after that, okay, this is being sorted. But nothing has happened.
The possibility there is what you have to check, and then you revert back to us. Make sure that you check the email that they registered with in the system, whether this can be done through the track certificate feature, whereby you will be able to see whether the email that they use for logging in is exactly the same as the email that you used when you were making the payment for them. Because there are people who got their emails wrong in the system, but at the time when they were making the payments, they got the email correct. Now, when we upload that in the system, then we don't find a match, because the email that is in the system, it differs from the email that is coming out from the staking payments. So if they did say the information was captured, but later when you check, you find that it is still showing 00, then let's please make sure that the email that was used for staking is exactly the same email that is used in the system, because the only matching, the only key that we use to match the staking to the person who made the staking is the email in this case, because when you make the payment there, the system requests your email. So in that case, if any of those email is incorrect, I would advise that you take their emails from the system that they use to log in, put that in sort of a spreadsheet, and then now you can submit that to say, I have a list of these people, maybe if there are 5 or so, and then you say these people, these are their emails, these are their proofs, and then we can verify that, and then we will be able to help. I think if we can just verify that part, it should be fixed. In November, people who paid in November have been uploaded a long time ago.
Yeah, it's November. It's November. Thank you so much for that. But as I say, what I did, I sent a spreadsheet with the email address and everything and a proof of payment, even the reference that appears under proof of payment. I even put it in a spreadsheet, apart from attaching the screenshots. So that's why I say it's just 3 out of 11, not all the 11, only 3 people.
Those
and it's
3,
one family.
Please verify their emails on the system and make sure that they correspond to those that you put in the spreadsheet. That way, then it should be easy for them to actually appear on the system. That is the only possibility. I'm trying to think of another possibility, but I think that is the problem that is causing that issue. But we will verify that. I'll check again and see. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I think we now we should end our meeting here. I can see many people are still raising hands, but like I said, we were supposed to keep the meeting short. Actually, I was intending to end at around 9:30, but I allowed more hands just so that we understand that tomorrow people are looking forward for the day. So let's please end the meeting here to allow people who are still going to work tomorrow. Even for us, we still have a lot to work on from now to prepare for tomorrow. So please, we will have another meeting on Sunday as usual. And then those who did not have an opportunity to ask that question, you'll still get a chance. We'll try by all means to make sure that we don't give the same people all the time. But please keep looking on your app. When we request you to unmute, then you should be able to do so. Thank you very much.